Checkmate, bitch.
You know, as a fan base, I think we can all agree that it feels wonderful when a character has the one up on Gary. But in this case, Tamera, I feel like she did something incredibly stupid by kind of revealing all of her cards at once by showing Gary that she has the video footage of them having sex in the hotel. And who knows what other kind of incriminating footage or audio that in text messages that she has of him. And later in the episode, when Hayden goes over to Gary's office or just storms in there, you know, he makes a point to say, I know she's up to something, man. You know, she's really protective of that phone, always talking to play cousins and relatives I never heard of or even met. So all the answers to what I'm looking for as to what she's really up to, who she's talking to, and if she's having some sort of affair, it has to be on that phone. And then Gary gets that devious look on his face like, oh crap. So it must be a race to see who's going to get Tamera's phone first. But the thing is, I just feel like her timing was really off. Now, the text messaging was about, you know, don't ignore me because Gary was calling and she wasn't answering. But the thing was, earlier in the episode, Tamera was saying, if you want to be with me again, if you want to see me, it's going to cost you. And the thing is, I feel like the video footage stuff, that would have been more appropriate if, let's say, Gary decided, you know what, nah, no, you a hoe. I ain't about to pay you. You're lucky to be with me because your man obviously isn't fulfilling your needs. And then, you know, Gary wanting it bad, which let's be honest here, one of the main reasons he's feeling on Tamera is because he wants Andy. And on top of that, if Gary refused to pay, then the blackmail could have come into effect of Tamera saying, well, you know what? If you don't pay me what I want, if you want to have sex with me again, I'm going to show Hayden this, as opposed to her just randomly showing him the footage. Now, personally, I think one of the main, if only reasons she showed Gary, you know, the most powerful card in her hand is the fact that she took it personal when he said, what was it, last week? I'm not catching feelings for you. What do you think it was? We meet up, we F each other, that's it. Because Tamera obviously thought that Gary was feeling some kind of way towards her, but no, it wasn't like that at all. It's like a lust thing rather than any sort of real emotion. So I think Tamera shot herself in the foot because she pulled an oval. And what I mean by that is when one character has a loaded gun pointed at their enemy, and instead of just using the trigger finger to kill them, I'm going to explain to you exactly how I'm going to take you down. And in the midst of them talking and refusing to pull the trigger, their enemy has time to think about what was told to them, find a way to counter, and then when they pull the trigger, guess what? They'll survive just fine. Because instead of doing what they say they're going to do, well, actually, instead of doing what needs to be done to take out their opponent, they go to their opponent, explain how they're going to do it, and it's just asinine. So I think Tamera, her grave mistake here is underestimating just how ruthless and twisted Gary is as a character. So I think that at some point, it's not going to be too good of a look for her when she gets scooped up or something, or somebody comes after her because she told Gary basically, hey, I got all this footage. Now, what if he gets his hands on the phone? Then what's going to happen? I don't know. But regardless, who do you think has the upper hand over who? At the moment, it might seem like Tamera has the upper hand on Gary. But the video, well, she did say all I need to do is edit a little and it'll ruin your whole life. But I mean, it will have to be a lot of editing because clearly that video shows her enjoying it. And if Hayden sees it, he's going to be done with her and Gary. So let's talk about in the comment section below. Do you think Tamera made a big mistake by showing Gary that video footage of them having sex way too early in the midst of her seemingly trying to milk him for money? Could this be an extortion thing where it's like, hey, well, if you don't show me the money, then I'm going to show Hayden this footage, that kind of thing. But again, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.